Zeppelin is a brand with history, outsourced parts, mediocre movement, and overpriced watches. So Zeppelin watches source their products from different parts of the world. So they use Swiss ETA or Miyota movements depending on the model. So most of their watches are quartz, and they do sell some open work designs as well as automatic watches as well. Just comment down below what things you consider before buying a watch. So in my case, I see if the movement is good, the brand has reputability and service. So this Zeppelin brand, so they are not a well-known brand either. So if you take the instance of Seiko or Casio, they have their own modules and their own movements. So they don't outsource any other movements from outside. But if you're very small scale watchmaking, you rely on movements from other companies like Seiko or some Swiss movements. This company not only uses their movements but designs and also from other companies. So some of their very popular models look like pre-existing Swiss brand watches. There was an aircraft brand called Zeppelin in 1887. So it made a lot of aircrafts, but this watch company has nothing to do with that company. What they did was they used the name of Ferdinand Graf von Zeppelin and used the design of the aircrafts to make watches. The biggest ick about this brand is that, I read it from an article in Reddit. He says that man says that this brand uses their designs from Germany or some other companies, and they source their cases from China, their glass from maybe China or any other country, and their movements from Japan or Swiss or even Chinese sometimes, and they assemble everything together and stamp the logo made in Germany and sell it for a high price. He says that these watches are not meant to be bought in retail stores because they're priced high, but if he goes to eBay or any other store, he gets it at 20 to 30% less. So you can understand that the resale value of these watches are rubbish. So you cannot, if you're buying this watch for, probably it's priced at 25,000, 23,000 in that range, or MRP is 32,000 rupees. So if you buy it at that price, you will, any watch at that price point, any well-known company or unknown company, so you can sell it for any less than the 50% of the price. So if you're deciding to buy a Zeppelin, which I won't recommend, you can just go to eBay or any other secondary sale market and get a Zeppelin instead of going retail. So it's a 50-50 thing in this. Some people think a Zeppelin watches are very great. Some people think that it's a waste of your money. But most of the articles say it's good for your price. But for me, I don't agree that, because I feel what I have to say. So it's up to you to decide whatever is good for you. They have some best Zeppelin watches category as well. So they have the LZ127 Graf Zeppelin, and they have LZ129 Hindenburg. All of the watches are based on an aircraft which existed before. So the design doesn't resemble anything, but the name resembles it. And you have 100 years of Zeppelin. I didn't know that this brand existed till this video. When you're making a watch with different components, it is very difficult to find defects. But why are these watches selling so low? And why are they not popular even with that much of meticulous quality? I went on the Ethos website. They sell only reputable watches, and I was surprised to see Zeppelin in their catalog. So it has some kind of value when it's in Ethos website. But what I find so interesting and questionable at the same time is, so they're priced at 37,000, 32,000 and all those ranges. Most of their watches are discounted heavily. So if you want to buy one of these watches at a discounted price, you can check the Ethos website. I'm not linked to them, but you can check the Ethos website and get it at a cheaper price. And the thing I'm most surprised about is they have this model called Zeppelin men's automatic watch with open heart and leather strap. So automatic movement and an open balance wheel. So you cannot see this open balance wheel at 26,800. An open work design is something very rare to see, but you can see them in Chinese brands. Like if you're going for proper Chinese watches, you can see all kinds of movements in them at a very, very lower price than this. Looking at this watch from afar, you can definitely think this is a Breitling than a Zeppelin. So it is almost having the same design as a Breitling. My verdict on if you have to buy a Zeppelin watch or not is, if you are a person who doesn't care about the movement or the brand's history or the brand's reputability, but want a watch which is under 30,000 rupees, which looks very cool and can mimic different high-end horology brands, then Zeppelin, you can go for Zeppelin. If you're a true watch enthusiast, I don't feel like Zeppelin is going to cut the chase. I would go for even a independent watchmaker who's very new to the industry, or even Indian brands. I would go for this Zeppelin, because for me the movement and the way the company operates is so mediocre and so strange that I don't feel like I have to invest that kind of money in this. So another thing is, if I had a budget of 30,000 rupees and I wanted to buy a watch, I would go for a Seiko 5 model. So that is priced at 25,000 rupees, similar to this one. At least when I buy that Seiko 5, I have a wide variety of options to choose from, and I know that I'm investing my money in a very reputable Japanese brand with an in-house Japanese movement. So, or if I have a budget lesser, I'll go to Casio. Or even Titan Sonata does so good job of making good movements than Zeppelin. For my personal opinion is that I don't have any hate against the company, but for me, I prefer that kind of thing. So I don't want to spend so much amount of money on a company which I don't even know till this video. So that is my verdict on the Zeppelin brand, and I'll see you in the next Bond series on Monday.